What you seek to do to validate your words is to ensure your body and tone is congruent with the words you're given. Otherwise, your words will be perceived as incongruent. And that is really how that original search was conducted in the context of people being liked. So if I come in today and said, well, I think we're going to have a lot of fun today. Is that a congruent message? Yeah. So, or if I come and say, right everybody, I want us all to be very, very, very serious. This is serious stuff now. I really believe in myself. Great stuff, this, isn't it? I want us all to be serious. I want us all to be very serious now. So what you seek to do, this is where we were playing at yesterday, is to ensure that your physiology and tone are congruent with the messages you give. So the message you receive, the message you communicate, slot in nicely. Does that make sense? So the physiology and tone validate your words. Now, and this is what we were playing with yesterday in terms of your locus of feedback. You can learn the content. It's the delivery variable. The delivery variable in how you use the tone and posture and physiology, the rest of the physiology, to validate that. So, for example, this is such an important one as well. So if you, as I told you yesterday, I've actually done quite a lot of research, practical work with young men, usually, who've got Asperger's syndrome. And one of the challenges of a person who's got Asperger's syndrome is it's just like it's a busted mirror kind of. It's a constant tone. It's the same tone all the way through with minimal pauses. So therefore, somebody's on the receiving end of that actually finds that quite a challenge to process. Now, so when I work with my son and others in terms of for them it doesn't really matter because they're quite content, but to ensure you're understood, breathe. Vary the tone and listen and watch for what comes back, which is very much then what you do as a trainer. You listen and watch for what comes back. And if you're in this loop of communication, you've really only got the non-verbal on the physiology of the group. There are some obvious signs when they're with you and when they're not with you. The explicit ones, obviously the more common ones when they're not with you, whatever it might be. So this is a calibration system then, where you then go back and constantly calibrate your group of people so you can determine how well you are engaging with them. Which is one of the reasons, apart from I just didn't like it, why I had changed the full way that this room is set up yesterday. Because I can feel when I communicate now to a relatively large group of people that I can actually get a connection. I can actually get a connection through eye contact and calibration of the whole group. Now you remember, you go back to the archetypical university professor, archetypical, not all of them, where, the lights are on but no one was home insofar as they were just they could have a tape recorder up there, or a CD player, as they just blah, 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 because they put the value on the content. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So, now what you're seeking to, we'll do a few exercises. We actually do a blah, blah exercise, actually. We do. What you're seeking to do is to bring some oomph into the blah blah. You know, and you know, one exercise is like blah, 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 blah.
Yay!
So you can make blah blah interesting. Okay, you do it.
It just reminds me of university.
So, yeah, content questions. So, you know, yeah, that's why, and for the, you know, these first couple of days, you know, and play with this tonight as well. Of course, how you can maximise sort of the whole loop of communication. Physical, physiological, tonal, and then obviously got some interesting content.